Everybody, Retrobeard here. It's Friday once again. How are you all doing? I'm pretty good. It's 4 PM UK time. I hope you've all had a good week and a great Friday, and whatever time it is, you've either wound down or you're beginning to wind down and enjoy the weekend. Before I get started, I want to say if you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell, leave me a comment. It's much appreciated. It's the way we'll grow the channel. Hi Doc, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all right. Let's get this controller on. See, here we go. Good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad it's Friday again. Start to do some much needed unwinding and relaxing, because the week does take its toll. What to play? Maybe see if the Sinclair's got any offerings. Scroll down a bit. Get off this. Okay. A bit further. Oh. Now it's gone darker. Can't. Oh wow. I wanted to see if any of the games I played when I grew up, if I could. Oh, I'm glad you feel that way. It's good. It's good to be here. I wasn't sure. I played the Sinclair a lot when I was a child. It was my home computer, but it's been so many, decades. You forget half the games you played. I think I used to have this one, but Fruit Machine games are not exactly exciting. I think I've forgotten more games than what I've remembered. I used to play Arkanoid. I wonder if that's a good port. It's a bit hit and miss on the Spectrum. You sort of get... I've not really mastered getting the controls set up. If I can't get it working on the Sinclair joystick, I don't seem to get anywhere. So I may be doing a lot of game leaving. Okay, just, oh, it wants me to, haven't you? Wow. Well, this won't be playing it on this. It was I don't know how much you know about it, but it was an 80s home computer, and it was technically one of the weaker ones, but it was, I had a very, very good software library. Hi Cauldron, how you doing? That's absolutely fine, my friend. Real life always comes first, and I'll keep coming here. So when you can make it, I'll be here. We had a really good stream yesterday. I've got to find some games that I actually know, otherwise I'm going to abandon this. Sinclair games aren't simple. So we can try Rayman again sometime. I wasn't massive. I'm not a massive fan of it, but I'll play it again. I know it's special to a lot of people. I don't understand why, but it's not about me understanding why. It's about what matters to people and what's enjoyable to them. Wish I could find more games that I used to enjoy. Like see a name that makes me go, wow. And then hopefully it can actually load up or control. Beachhead. I used to play Beachhead with my dad. Would that work? Yeah. It's a classic machine, but it don't seem to hold a heck of a lot of relevance to me today, other than very, very fading memories. I used to play this a lot with my dad. I don't know if it's going to control or not, but... Select joystick. Okay, let's try S. Have I cracked Beachhead? I never really played much of Jet Set, Willie, to be honest. Sign on player. Oh. Yeah, I never got the controls on Manic Miner to work, to be honest with you. I can't do this one. How did I used to do this back in the day? What? Say, I never really played it, much of it. I didn't control my influx of games. It was usually my dad or my brother. I was the baby, you see. So I was part of it all, but let's just say the experience was made for me. Benny Hill. Wow. Beverly Hills Cop. Who'd think a British home computer would have Beverly Hills Cop? Big Trouble in Little China. I'm going to have to watch that later. I love that film. There's got to be something that I can just see that actually works. BMX Simulator. I remember those BMX games. They were the cheap pocket money games. They were crap. Bomb Jack. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. Oh, my nose keeps on wanting to sneeze. It's driving me insane. How can he concentrate? Bruce Lee. I used to have a lot of fun on Bruce Lee. Anybody remember Bruce Lee? Please work. Or please give me the knowledge to understand how to make it work. Whichever one it applies to. I had hours of fun on this game as a kid. Oh. I guess I can try with these controls. Nada. I can always try it, load it up again and try and get... I've not heard of Blue Max. I'm not having a great experience with these home computers. C. Let's press C. Where are you, C? Let's try that. I'm going to try each one of the three controls, and if not, I'm done. No, he can jump, but... No. Almost. This is why I'm not enjoying the home computer aspect, because there's farting about. It looks nice. So I need to go to C. C. Oh. What a waste of time. I might have to abandon the Spectrum because I'm not actually playing games, I'm just getting stuck on menus. Rogers. Budokan, I never realised there was a port of that on here. A port of a crap game on a crap computer is not a good combination. Camelot Warriors. You know what, the folks who made this console really should have configured all this lot, because it's a checkered flag. I used to play that. I'm going to leave the Spectrum because I can't cope with games that aren't configured. I haven't The only keyboard I've got is a little micro USB one. I'll show you it. One of these things, and it I had no luck. Oh, it's gone bright now. I had no luck at all. It didn't work as if it was real. So I'm pretty fed up with home computers right now. Going through 10 games to play one. So we need a backup plan after my Nintendo 64 is unreliable as well. What about the MSX2? Isn't this a good system? Right, that was crap, wasn't it? I'm a bit stumped now. What have we got? There's got to be something. It's a shame because home computers is so many great games that I've never had an Atari ST game work once. Maybe I should jump back to the Atari 7800. We found some good games on it yesterday. Or was that the entire set of good games? You see, this is how it should be. You turn the game on, and boom, you're in. And the controller works. Xenophobe. Except whenever I play this, I always want to buy an Atari. I'd soon regret that. Wow. I never was the most patient fellow in the world of games, but even less so now. Oh. Wow. Whoa. Upgrades. Okay, I'm gonna need a bigger gun. Oh. An open world game. What the heck? Oh, man. I can't say I like this game. I can't say I dislike it. It is what it is. Apparently not. I don't know what I've done. Like the Atari 7800 itself, a waste of space. But for some people, this is what they had. Maybe this sort of like was on the, oh, it's a two-player game. That would be fun. Two idiots walking around shooting together. Oh. It's a me. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Here we go. Is that a gun upgrade? Upgrades. A laser gun. Now we're talking. Now I'm dying, should I say. Flash. Ah. It's a reactor with a first aid badge on it. This is a okay game. This Atari seems to have fairly capable little selection of games. It's almost a shame that the console flopped. It might have produced viable competition to the NES and Master System after all. I know it's technically the weakest, but with consoles, hardware power has never usually dictated how well it does. There's always other factors at play. Like that Ninja Golf, that was really good. Turn around, you idiot, that's it. Crap. These aliens are tough as nails. I need a firepower improvement. Oh. I'm just relaxing. Come with me if you want to die. Not bad. Dead end. Yeah. And its games have got a certain Atari character to them. It's really quite sad. I mean, with a bit of love, this might have been a really viable platform. I don't know how much, maybe Cauldron can tell us how much in the day, how much an Atari 7800 cost versus an NES, and how much per game it cost versus an NES. Was it a compatible, was it competitive? Was it cheap? Beam me up, Scotty. I'm assuming I'm winning the game. I mean, if this would have been 2/3 of the price of an NES and the games were perhaps a quarter cheaper, I think for some people this would have been quite an enjoyable platform. If it's the same price for console and games, then no. Not that the NES was wonderful as people say. To my taste, anyway. Okay, fair enough. I just wondered if it was a competitive system in its cost, or if it was. What am I doing? So these are control panels. Plot thickens. Yeah, I'm standing up. Yeah. My setup is due to like making the most of my space. Sorry, I'll just concentrate. My setup is like I've got that cube storage where I've got a great big wood-coloured wood cube storage with 4x4, so it's quite big. And I've turned that into my sort of gaming area, my sort of, streaming and internet area. So I've got like my laptop on the top, the microphone, the ring light, my Xbox One X and all that. Then I've got my retro games in in, I don't know what you call them, like fabric boxes that fit into the cubes. And I've got some that are open, like I have my mouse on a mouse mat, and the Super Console X in one of the cubes, sort of where my arm is. I've made the most out of the space into a sort of area for surfing the internet, doing streaming, you know, working on videos, that kind of thing. Yeah, when I play on my Xbox One X, sometimes I sit down on the sofa then. Yeah, it just works for me. I think with my natural sort of, I like to be sort of not confined to one place. Standing up allows me to just fidget a little bit. To each their own, eh? But I do stand up in general more than a lot of people anyway. Cool. Wow. Ah. Yeah. Like I say, when I'm on my Xbox One X, just sometimes playing on there, I do sit down for a while, but if I sit down for too long, I start getting in pain. My neck and shoulders and wrists and things start hurting, but if I keep moving and keep going, I'm absolutely fine. So I've got like a physiology that requires me to exercise to be healthy. So God knows what I'll do when I'm old. I'll have to either be very fit or live a life of pain. Sometimes I worry about it, but then again I think, well, being an active old person is probably quite a cool thing to do. I do like to keep active. Yeah. So if I sit still and play games, I'll get joint pains all over my body, especially my neck, and then it gives me headaches. My back, my wrists, my elbows, my shoulders. I've got an ever so weird body. It just doesn't like me sitting still. It likes me being active. Ah, cheers, Doc. We have to all do what's right for us, don't we? We're all different. I think like it probably reflects in how hairy I am as well. I'm kind of an old school human, you know, like hunter-gatherer. You know, they kept on moving. Am I dead? Oh, I tried a different game. You know, that was a pretty good game. But yeah, I'm not meant to be sitting still all the time. I'm meant to be active and doing things. So. I mean, when I was younger, I did game for 12 to 16 hours quite often, but I think because I was socialising and couch co-oping most of the time, it was different. And also, I was often getting up and having a stretch, and you know, and keep moving. And yeah, you're traditional. You see, handheld games are an issue for me because I absolutely love the concept of handheld games consoles and having these great experiences on the go. But I very rarely get into the habit of actually taking a handheld console out and playing it. Like, I've got a pretty nice set of DS games and 3DS games, but I very rarely play them. I just seem to like the idea of it. So how'd you do this? I'm going to leave this one. It wants too many choices. It's meant to be a games console. I'm a simple man, what can I say? Noobs. Oh no. And I think I've seen this one before. You're going around that 3D affected tower. 3D effect tower. I've never bought a Nintendo Switch. I'm not impressed with it. And I have my reason. It's not just some... Oh crap, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to see some? Is it lighter where it falls? My eyes can't really detect that. Oh, Cauldron, you sound a bit Japanese to me. Yeah, I hate this game. I won't ever play that again. I like games that give you a chance to actually learn what the hell to do. Not American football. So what was I saying? I've completely lost track now. Damn it. I'm sure it made sense. Oh yeah, the Switch. When I found out that the cartridges can't save games on them, you have to use the actual console and everything like that, and I didn't think the price was really worth it, and the price of games, how they're actually more expensive for equivalent titles. And I'm not a fan of Nintendo's practices anyway. I chose to pass on the Switch, as tempting as some of the games on it are. I even dabbled with the idea of a Switch Lite, but I didn't do it in the end. I'm glad I didn't. I can see the appeal, don't get me wrong. A full home console experience on the go, the hybrid system, the titles. But no. What happens when Nintendo abandons the online side of the Switch and you've not got any of your saves? I don't know how the other transference of savings, how robust it is on, you know, just to transfer saves to different consoles. As Nintendo do, they abandon their online platforms. Look at the Wii, they abandoned that quite quickly, really. And the DS, whereas Xbox and PlayStation haven't abandoned their online side. What the heck? Yeah, we're not playing stupid plane simulator. It's meant to be an arcadey type game on it. I think the 7800's got delusions of being a home computer. Pro wrestling. This isn't the one I played the other day, is it, with the Hulk Hogan clone? Hope it's not, otherwise I'll turn it straight off. Oh no, maybe it's not. Look at these hunks. Quick bit of me coffee. Excuse me. I tell you what though, the DS and 3DS are two amazing consoles. Well, I like the Wii, but I didn't like how they abandoned it. But I can see why someone wouldn't like it. Well, this game's brutal, isn't it? Where's the ref? Well, that guy didn't even fight back. But I'm not playing a game where you don't fight back. No, Nintendo don't look after their customers. And they're very close-minded. If Nintendo with the Wii would have done a proper online infrastructure like Xbox and PlayStation, especially like Xbox, to be in fairness, because I've got games that I got digital downloads of on the Xbox 360, and they still work and they're still mine fully 2 generations later. They've not recharged me for the same flipping game. So you might say, for all of Microsoft's failings, their consumer-friendly practices have kept me as a customer, and have set the standard, you could say. Yeah, and I understand and respect that you're a fanboy of them. how do I put this without trying to sound dramatic? I've been in a lot of abusive relationships in my life, of different sorts of people, you know, and I don't want any more. And Nintendo treat their customers in an abusive relationship. They do. I don't seem to be able to fight back in this game. They are. Nintendo are the kind of generous and kind abusive partner where you get these great titles, you get a good deal, you can't find it elsewhere, but then you ask them to give an inch and they won't, and then they mistreat you, making you buy your digital downloads again and again and again on different platforms is vile. And shutting down the online services to your platform is vile. I love my Wii Online games. They just don't, you can't trust them. They don't support the products. And I can see the appeal, I can see the beloved franchises. Why with my 3DS and my DS, I buy second-hand games, so at least then I wasn't putting any money into the company, and my consoles were second-hand. I refused to put a penny into Nintendo's hands. So, I do have a compromise on my principles where I still get some of the good games, but they went too far with the Switch with what they did there. You see, PlayStation pump out the better games. Xbox pump out the better consumer-friendly practices. I loved PlayStation 1, it's my favourite console of all time. As I've said many times on this channel. I loved the PlayStation 2, albeit not as much as the one. PlayStation 3 was well out of my price range because at that time I was unfortunately married, and by the time I did get a PlayStation 3 many years later, and I love it, although I will say it was definitely inferior to the Xbox 360 in many respects. Ideal world have both platforms. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were the worst consoles of both companies of all time. It lacked the character and titles of the past generation, and they were definitely overpriced for what you got. The games were overpriced, and all this DLC and micro transaction crap is insane. And now this new generation, it just seems like a half step to me, much like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 were. So I think I'm going to probably abandon home consoles once my Xbox One X is dead, and probably just stick to retro consoles and Steam on my laptop. These monthly payments are huge now for these services, and then you get all the same on Steam for free. So I think I'm walking away from Xbox once my Xbox One X dies. Unless the Series X becomes much cheaper, like £200, in which case, yeah. Because the 4K Blu-ray player alone makes it worth it, because I do like physical media. I just look back to the days of Halo 3 and Gears of War 2 and 3 and all, and the online experiences I had with those games. It's games like Space Marine and stuff, and then it's not the same now. This game is crap. It's got no anything. Summer games, God no. Sentinel, let's try this. Yeah, I'm definitely rather put my money into retro games. If I drop the Xbox Gold, or not Gold, I'm on Xbox, the service with the games, you know what I mean. If I drop that, the money I'd save each year would be able to buy me a couple of great rare retro games. Okay, how do I play this? Here we go. Am I controlling this? No. I don't think I'm controlling this. It's an interesting graphical effect. I don't seem to be controlling it. That's a shame. That game looked intriguing. Scrapyard Dog. Wow, very NES-like graphics. Let's see how they look in action. Did you like ODST? I didn't play it a heck of a lot. I played it quite a bit with my old gaming partner, and we had some fun, but we both went back to Halo 3, because Halo 3 was awesome. She was the, she liked being the Arbiter, and I liked being Master Chief, and we had some great fun on it. But it's a bit sentimental to me, so I don't really revisit it now. You know, when you know, there's other stuff attached to the story, and you sort of, it would, you know, it's, oh, you don't want to go back and play the game because it's the person and the time that you played it with. So I don't play my Halo games much now. Such is life. I did play some Halo 3 the other week after all these years, and it was nice to play, but I just wanted to see how it looked in 4K on my Xbox One X. Am I stuck in here now? This game has got a very see that you hit the roof, so how do you jump across? Oh. Yeah. I wish that they hadn't have not abandoned, but finished. What the hell am I doing? I wish they hadn't have finished with the 3DS. I think that system should have gone on forever. People say, oh, the graphics are bad. I think the graphics look fine. I don't want to go back in the bin again. Yeah, this game is something else. So I always thought it was a tragedy how Sony abandoned the Vita. I was really looking forward to the Vita's release, and I was looking at it. Great system, you know, price is a bit higher, but I can cope with it. And then those damn memory cards. It's like, really? You're going to really charge that much for the memory cards? And then not long afterwards they said, oh, we're abandoning this. You know, we're not going to make any more first person games or whatever. First party games, not first person. You know what I mean? So I was not a happy camper, because I had so many hours of fun on the original PSP, and I wanted that but next gen, and the Vita seemed to have it. I know online chat, online, you know, full online play, PS3 like graphics, and no, they stuffed that up. I've never actually played a 3DS. In honesty, I've always had 2DSs. Like my current one is a 2DS XL, and I love that system. It's a funny old game. Your guns seem to stop firing. Quite tight controls, at least. Is the 3D effect good? Is it that convincing? Is it like proper 3D? Is it like bursting out in front of your eyes? You know, I never understood. Why did nobody not make a glasses-free 3D TV that has the same technology as the 3DS? Just, you know, on the next level. Oh my god, glasses-free 3D TV. Why has no one done it? I don't get it. Can anybody answer that? Enlighten me. I think the Vita ended up with quite a massive library of obscure games and JRPGs and stuff, so it's definitely got a library that interests me. But what don't interest me about the Vita is the price of the games now, because for these rare, you know, limited run type games, you know, you're looking at 40 to 150, 200 pounds a game, and you know, maybe someday I can do that. But my games collection's stupid enough as it is, and I've got nothing compared to some people. Oops, what have I done? Am I getting dementia again? Rescue on Fractures. Oh god, we tried that. So this is about where we got. So if I abandon this, Atari 5200, now we're playing with crap. Yeah, the Vita had an OLED screen, which was remarkable for all those years ago. A quad-core processor. And wow, this is beautiful. More RAM than actually the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360 had. It had nearly, well, 760 odd, 68 gig RAM, whatever. Well, technically it was divided amongst the video and the RAM. It wasn't actually a unified RAM architecture, but it was, you know, combined. It was higher than the Xbox or the PlayStation 3, albeit I believe the processor was inferior. And the GPU power was in. No, do you think the GPU power was comparable? So it couldn't quite do PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 level games, but it could do, you know, 75% of the quality. And it had microphones integrated for speech. You know, it was ahead of its time. It was sort of a poor man's Switch, really. Oh, I've got a lump of stuff in my coffee. Yeah, but Cauldron, the new 3DS removed that limitation. It had tracking, didn't it? Tracking technology. That was only an issue with the original model 3DS. So what they would have done is they'd have done multiple occupants, some sort of multiple person tracking system integrated into your TV. They'd have overcame it. I think the only reason they didn't do it was the fad of 3D was dying out, so nobody had faith that it would kick off. Whereas I would have, a glasses-free 3D TV, I would have snapped up. I would have snapped it up. I think other people would have done. I think people didn't want to wear, what would you say, goofy glasses. This game is absolutely beautiful. It's asteroids with a space war going on. Unfortunately, I'm crap at it, but it's beautiful for the hardware. I don't like these laser beams flying around though. I feel like I'm in a Klingon bird of prey, minus the shields. Doing the time warp. Let's do balls. Shame I'm not. Are there? Really? I never knew that, Dark. Shows what I know about technology. Why are people not wowed by it? Maybe I'm just a simpleton who's easily impressed. The idea of glasses-free 3D is absolutely amazing to me. It's just like, wow. I don't know this game. I know that visually it's lovely, but I'm not actually very good at it. We'll have a look at the end. I'll leave it soon and have a look. It is solid. For somebody with better reflexes and coordination, they could have a lot of fun. The problem at all is not the game. The problem's me this time round. There's no input lag. It's playing nicely. It's got good controls. It's got the floatiness these games have. That's part of the physics. The problem is me, not the game. I like to blame the game, but I can't this time round. It's got a lot going on as well. All these Plasma beams. I do need to leave it because dying repeatedly is starting to grind me down. We'll find the name then. Zone Ranger. Zone Ranger, yeah. What's Zenji? Action strategy game. I think I'll pass on that. Zaxxon. Don't tell me the 5200's got all these hidden gems as well. The controls look like look atrocious though. It's actually worked out well giving the Atari some love. I think the Atari is a forgotten brand. What was that about? Oh, I control the altitude of this bad boy. I didn't know. You have to do sound effects. Oh crap. Excuse my French. Nice isometric graphics, isn't it? I could use some 3DS technology here. I've got no depth perception. This is getting me in the mood for some Buck Rogers. Do you know what? One of the places I used to work was a factory, and it was quite a long time ago. So the jokes are obviously a bit controversial by today's standards. But there was this guy who worked there, and he was a short guy, and people used to call him R2 because he was a short little guy, and he was a bit similar shape to R2-D2. And I know that's not very appropriate by today's standards, but that's jokes of factory. You know, it's rough. Do you know what used to annoy me? When they used to talk to him on the radio, the walkie-talkie or whatever you want to call it, they'd say hey R2, and instead of getting, and you know how they'd put noise, they'd go biddy biddy biddy, and I'm thinking that's not R2, that's Tweedy from Buck Rogers. So they did a joke like that, you know, on my level of geekiness, but then the ignorant sods did the wrong sound effects. Do you know how much it used to irk me and how much I wanted to say that's Tweety, it's not R2. You know, obviously R2's all the whistly noises and stuff and beeps and stuff. It used to really annoy me. I know I sound pedantic. It's funny the things that get to us. I mean, I say you shouldn't really make fun like that of people, but that's what factory life is. If there's anything about you that stands out, people will joke about it, and you just got to not be sensitive. And they weren't bullying the chap. They were just roughneck banter. So, Dark, do you feel that this is a very good port of the game, or do you think this is a bad port of the game? It controls quite decently. Hello, Wise, how you doing? Oops. I just felt the urge to crash the jet. Crash the jet, don't crash the jet, baby, crash the jet. I haven't got the coordination to do these. Oh, so it's more of a depth perception increaser than a 3D effect as such. I know 3D is depth, but it's an internal depth, not an external depth. It doesn't pop out at you, it sucks you in. That still sounds wrong. I don't know. Wizard of War. Zaxxon should have been on the 3DS, shouldn't it? Wizard of War. Some people play World of Warcraft, I play Wizard of War. Look at these graphics. This must be a new 2000-bit system. How the hell do you play it? He's a man who can't get past the control scheme. I'm getting ready. Ready? Scan lines. Okay, this game does not appear to control. My controller is switched on. 3, 2, 1, 0, go! Nope, still don't control. What a shame, I wanted some Wizard of War. Sorry, we'll have to move on. If I can't control it, I can't play it. I'm gutted, that game looks so good. Vanguard. I've ordered some Chinese food for later. I can't wait. I'm not sure what film to watch. I've got leanings towards Ready Player One, or Big Trouble in Little China, or All Good Games, Dark. All Good Games. Anybody got any recommendations for a film then? Wow, that Atari 2600 sound chip's been put to good use. I'm fighting the Federation. These are all Federation ships. I thought the Federation was peaceful. How dare they put the Federation into this? Poor man's... That was the music from Flash Gordon with the dive, wasn't it? That's the Hawkman in Flash Gordon. And nobody say Flash Gordon. Like, they will get that joke over here. Have you seen Flash Gordon? Listen. It is. It's the Hawkman. Dive. Somebody humour me, or agree with me, or disagree. Is this game like a tribute to science fiction? I've faced the Federation, I've had the Hawkman music. This is a bit much for me. Balls. What a game. I could put some serious time into this and get better at it. Well, I'll rephrase that. I could put some serious time into this and get no better at it. I can't do it. I get my butt kicked. The Dreadnought Factor. What great games. In the arcade, and it was later than what you guys are saying, I really enjoyed the Turtles game. It's a Star Destroyer. Du, 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 du. Why are the Star Destroyers sending out Federation ships? This game is like seriously random. Super Star Destroyer. So I'm getting carried away. Yeah, big. Oh wow, look at these 3D graphics. Beautiful. Mode 7 on the Atari 5200, whatever it is. Look at that. Mode 7 exists. Or the great grandfather to Mode 7. Most impressive. Here we go. I'd rather face that Star Destroyer. I like Golden Axe 3. Stop those Federation ships. Here we go, Mode 7. It's better than the opening to Final Fantasy 6. Do 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 do. No, don't let them disengage them Federation ships. Here we go. This game is so repetitive, I need to turn it off. No Decathlon. Cobra. It's great when they re-release old games on new consoles. Nice to have all your stuff in one place. Oh, I don't like these sort of games. Damn it, this is not Airwolf. Thank God I drop bombs and shoot. Super Cobra. This promises to be one heck of a game. Oh, you just hold the fire button down. That saves me clicking. I don't think I'm going to make this. I was right. I know you want an Atari 5200 now just to play this game, and I understand that. I feel the same. Just a tight turn in here. Bugger. Oh, poo. It's a drive me insane clone, and he's done a good job of it. I just don't have the coordination for that, I don't think. Too claustrophobic. Oh man, I like Golden Axe 3. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's underrated. Star Wars, the arcade game. Oh yes. This should be arcade imperfect. I'm daring John Williams to copyright claim me now. As soon as I hum the music, I hear, it's a trap! You have been copyright claimed for using Star Wars music. I thought Star Wars the Arcade uses wireframe graphics. Not pixels. Oh wow, now we're talking. Stay on target. Stay on target. Stay on target. I can't see him. I can't shoot it because I'm crap at this game. We live in the dream. How do you connect it? Have you got a CRT? This is a luminous yellow leader standing by. Star Wars is a naughty film. I can't believe they called the fat guy Hawkins. They even fat shamed in the Rebel Alliance. It's terrible. There should be no fat shaming. It's lucky I weren't in it, or they'd call me teabag or something because I'm British. I suppose though with my accent, I'd be one of the guys in green suits. Fire and ready, Commander. Although I suppose Wedge had a British accent, didn't he? Anyway, so I suppose there's hope for me. I don't even know if I'm hitting anything. Another Death Star, they've got fleets of these things. Well done, kid, that was rubbish. Brilliant. Shooting all the towers. Okay, I've frozen. How strange. Do you know also about Star Wars in the dogfighting scenes? They're in these spaceships that can probably go unfathomably fast speeds with, you know, all this technology and, you know, radar and scanners. Why is it when they dogfight, they like look behind their shoulder like that? I can't see him! You know, it's like, even our fighter jet pilots don't do that in this day and age. You need wing mirrors and stuff on spaceships. Switching to tactical computer. Thank God Darth Vader's not behind me. The Force is weak in this one. It's compressed. It's not because this is a crummy port. Because vector graphics require mathematical equations that I wonder if the 5200 is capable of it. I'll have to try and get the arcade version running. The Sinclair Spectrum version used wireframe graphics because the Sinclair Spectrum actually had a better processor than many of home computers of its time. People don't know that it was a faster processor than even the Commodore 64 had, and the Amstrad CPC. It was the one thing about it, it was good, it had a nice processor. It's exciting information, isn't it? My shield's gone. R2, try and fix that shield. Beady beady beady. Uh-oh, wrong one. Okay. Oh wow, look at the time. I died in the nick of time. Nice try though, Cauldron, nice try. I think I should return to this console on Sunday. I won't, of course, just for anybody who hasn't remembered or doesn't know, I won't be streaming tomorrow, so I don't stream on Saturdays, but I'm back streaming on Sunday, usual time, 4 o'clock, so yeah, that's definitely not Vector, Cauldron. I'm impressed that you tried making excuses for it though, it's good. The 5200 is not exactly a powerful processing system, but like I say, we'll have to check out the Spectrum version together because it actually used wireframe. Yeah, I wished I was playing the arcade game. I was playing the poor man's version, but the Spectrum version was superior to that. It's all wireframe. Cauldron likes to keep us on our toes. That's all. He's cunning, you got to be careful. Yes, I'd like to return to the Atari on Sunday to try a few more out. I quite like the 5200, it's got a nice library. We could make a resurgence to Atari, bring it back. Bring back Atari. There's a nice Atari game package on Steam that I got for about £1. It was great. It's got like 50, 60 games or more on it. So... yeah. I wonder, I'll just go to the Spectrum quickly and see if it'll work, because Star Wars on the Spectrum is something to behold. Unless my nostalgia goggles have turned me into Cauldron, and I think it's, you know, I think things are vector graphics. Where are you, Spectrum? Where are you? Take me to S. Oh, well, that ain't looking good, is it? Let's try. Bear with me. I remember we had Empire Strikes Back as well, and that was good, because my dad got me the Star Wars trilogy or something when I was a kid for the Spectrum, and we had Return the Jedi, which was an arcade port. Yeah, but we had two vector graphics games. Look, this might shock you. Thank you very much, guys. I don't know if I'll be able to control this, but even if you just have a look at the game before I go, I'll stop the tape. It had great music as well, I remember. Have a quick look at this. Please work. If not, you have to look on YouTube for a video. But it was. Yes, my master. Look at that. It's like a photograph. Look at these graphics. Well, Anton, that depends on what you want. If you want the Ultimate Games Collection, obviously 256 GB. If you want the cheapest, the 64. If you want the best value for money, the 128. So I went with the 128 because it's got over 40,000 games. It was the best value for money. So it's down to you. Is money no object? Well, get the best one. Are you limited with money? Get the cheapest. But if you want the best value for your money, definitely get the middle one, the 128. I'm pulling the trigger. Oh, please show me the game. Maybe we'll get a demo. And I think you can already tell it's a vector graphics. Maybe I can just trick it to work so you can at least see the game running. Here you go. So if you're still here, Cauldron, have a quick look at the game running. I'm not going to be controlling the game, but because my controls aren't set up. But if you just have a look at the graphics, you'll see the Sinclair Spectrum did a better port than Atari. Yeah, please work. You're more than welcome. Feel free to come along on the streams. I'm going to go in a second. I was hoping to show. Oh, come on. Darn it. Here we go. Are you still here, Cauldron? You might get a quick look at the vector graphics. And we'll try and play it next time. I just wanted to impress you. Look, Cauldron. Vector graphics. Is that not a thing of beauty? The Sinclair Spectrum, is that not a thing of beauty? It's almost the same as the arcade. What do you think, Cauldron? I'm not controlling this, bear in mind, but I wanted to at least show off the graphics to you. When I was a kid, this freaking blew my mind. What do you think, mate? That's my parting gift. Look at that. Is that not close to the arcade or what? On the modest Sinclair Spectrum, and that was only the 48K, it wasn't the souped up one. On 48K stock hardware, it did full vector graphics. I think it's quite a faithful arcade port for such crap hardware, because the fast processor of the Spectrum could cope with wireframe better than other platforms. Yes. Are you impressed? I thought before I go, that would be my parting gift. Next time I'll have to try and play it. Try and set up the Sinclair, The Force is with me. I thought I'd show that off. But now I am going to go, because I have a few things to do. Everybody, thank you for watching the stream. Anyone who watches the stream later, or anyone who's not done so, if you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell. Come along and join the streams. It's Monday to Friday and Sunday, 4 PM UK time, which is GMT, till 5, or sometimes gone 5 when we're having a good time like today. So tomorrow I'll put some sort of video on. We shall see what I end up putting on. So have a great Friday, a great weekend. I'll see you all Sunday, yep. So take care. This is Retrobeard signing off. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye for now.